Thinking about my past, wondering how I made it and how long it's gonna last. Successes come to lots of them, failure's always there. Time waits for no one, and I wish someone would care. Wish someone would care. Wish someone would care. Wish someone would care. Wish someone would care.
Yeah. What up, y'all? Yeah. Yeah. Happy Wednesday. Shout out to the room. What up, chat? Mrs. Preston, what up? Sheila, what up? Rosa, baby, what up? Let's go. Yeah. I'm ready. Step with Diva, what up? Risha, what up? Uh-huh. We here, y'all.
Thinking about my past.
Wondering. Y'all know who we waiting for, right? Y'all know who we waiting for, right? Yeah. Bestie, what up? Shout out to everybody who's not in the comments. We see y'all too. Hey. Let's let the room fill up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Shout out to my homie D, who I just got off the phone with. I had a lot of conversations in the last couple of days, man. I'll share a couple of them with you. Yolanda, what up? There's a lot of ladies in the room. A lot of ladies in the room. A lot of ladies in the room. Hey. I see y'all coming in. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Let them know where we at. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Woo. Yeah. Like I got a purple scar right here or something. Man. This beat is hard, right? I was gonna do some other beats, but you know, being Eddie on. Selena, what up? Happy Wednesday to everybody. What's good? We've been having some technical issues for some reason today. Is Mercury in retrograde? Is that a real thing I should be concerned with? As if so, maybe we should just cancel the show. Maybe we should just come back. Just come back another day. Maybe we just come back another day. No, but can you see it though? Does it look like it looks to me on my monitor? Because on my monitor it looks crazy. Oh, okay. All I see is a purple shadow, like right here. Okay. I think it's time to get the. No, you don't see that. Okay, it's just me. Okay. Well, uh, I'm waiting for my homie, but I don't know where my homie's at right now. My homie's struggling right now. Oh, good. All right, cool. If y'all don't see it, I don't see it either. What's up, y'all? What's popping? A lot of things going on in the news. Y'all see, new emails popping out. Your man, the Frumpster, it's looking like he knows a little bit more than he's been saying. But I mean, we all know that though. That's like me saying I don't know my homeboy's dirt. I know my homeboy's dirt. I just do. They know my dirt. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Mercury's direct. Okay. Thank you. Tash is on mile 10. All right, let's see where she at. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see if our homegirl is ready to step into the room. Let's see. That is not a face of a happy woman. Hi, Tosh.
What up?
Uh-oh. What happened?
Yo, I'm so like, what?
What happened?
I don't even want to talk about it. Forget it.
What happened?
Cause this, like, I really, really, really don't want to. I can't get nothing together right now, and I'm so angry because this mic boom that I have is no longer effective.
Why is that? Why is your mic not booming?
Whatever. How you doing?
What happened? What's wrong with the what? Talk to me. Tell me
something. Nothing is going the way it's supposed to go. So I'm just aggravated. I'm irritated. I'm aggravated. And of course, this doesn't quite help the narrative that Big Set has, thinking like I'm angry. Why is she angry all the time? I'm not angry all the time. It's just when shit doesn't go right, I get fucking annoyed. And right now, I'm fucking annoyed. Nothing is going the way it's what the fucking mic boom isn't working. The fucking camera isn't working. The light is casting a blue shadow over my head. My fucking plugs over here don't work. And I just ordered plugs. So I have plugs, but not this plug because I didn't realize that this plug needed replacement. But now I know the plug needs replacement. So I have to put another order in. It's just like nothing is. I cut my fucking hair today by accident. Nothing is going right. So you know what? I'm irritated,
to say the least. Holy shit! Wow, that's pretty heavy. Well,
hi.
You look all right. I mean, you look healthy. Sound. Your mic sounds good. Just saying. You're gonna be okay. Your nostrils are flaring a little bit.
You're annoying. If we were sitting next to each other, I'd push you off the chair.
Your nostrils are flaring just a tad bit.
Shout out to the room, everybody.
Hi, Tash. Well, I've got some shit going on too. My Rodecaster box is not operating properly, and I feel like my mic is not up to par either.
I don't want to do a show today.
Well, we don't have a choice. The people are here.
I just want to also let you know that I am never calling you from my job ever again, because talking to you sent me in like some type of weird anxiety while I was taking one of my locks out. And I don't know how I did this, but I cut my actual hair. Do you see that? Do you see this? Do you see this? I cut about 8 inches of my hair.
Wow. Well, how do I get blamed for that though?
Because whatever it is that we were talking about, it's like it caused me to just.
You're gonna make people think that when I speak to you, like I put like this immense amount of pressure on you.
You do.
No, I really don't.
No, you do.
No, in fact, today's conversation, I thought I relieved you of some things because you were like struggling with this whole concept of something that we were gonna do, and I'm like, no, just rewind a little bit, and we're gonna make it easier. And then all of a sudden, now it's this. I don't understand.
Like look at this hair.
That's really what it was. See,
Look at this hair.
that's really what it was. It's the hair.
Look at how long these pieces are. Okay, look at that hair. And then
Well, let me ask you this:
and then look at this one.
But let me ask you this: is this a stressful process in general?
Look. I want you to see how big of a deal this is. Look.
Isn't that just like one little piece of thousands of other two strands of hair, though? How would that even be noticed? Like, will that even be noticed? And when you put your full braid back, can't they just connect something to it? Sorry, just asking. I didn't know. I didn't know. You know what? The thing I didn't like on the last show is that I was sitting like kind of back, like here, and you looked so big, and I looked so small, and I didn't like the perspective. So I'm going to ensure that this show, I step up to the camera just a little bit more.
Oh.
And now my head looks almost as big as your big head. I mean, your head.
I like all the shit you have behind you. It's cute.
I got stuff going on. I wish you could see the cool shit that you can't see. Like under here, like this stuff here, you really can't see. But some really cool. Hey. Look at. Is it on? Or it doesn't come on?
No, there's a.
Oh my God. What happened? You didn't plug it in? I don't.
It's on. It's on. It's a red light.
Oh shit. It's cute. It's cute though. It's cute. It's cute. It's cute. It's a cute light. Maybe we could get you on a little brighter though. A little more power to it. Because I don't think that's gonna work. No. It's not gonna do it. It's not gonna be enough. It's not gonna be enough. It's not gonna be enough. Oh man. Shout out to the room. Chat, what's up, y'all? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Yeah. See, look, I'm getting a call right now. Vincent Herbert's calling me.
Answer it live. Tell him to come over. Hi, Vince.
I don't want to do that to him.
Just answer it though. It might be an emergency.
No, he's calling me back because I told him to call me back. But hold on. V Herb. Yo, I'm literally on live right now.
On Instagram. I mean on Facebook, on YouTube.
But I spoke to our boy and I think he's watching the show right now also, but he's good to go. So LA. Oh, they're both in LA. D. Yeah. Yeah. He's good. So all right. I will. Later. So I had an amazing conversation today with my longtime friend, Christopher Williams, and Vincent Herbert.
Hi, Chris.
Yeah. What? What was that?
Sorry, should I be more excited? Huh? Oh, Christopher Williams. Oh, wow. That's my friend too. All right.
Really? Is that where we at? Are you hating? Is that what's happening?
I'm not hating. I just don't like people with interesting personalities. You know, I never know what personality I'm going to get out of Chris. So I just keep it, match energy. Hey, Chris. Hey.
Is that right? Really? I don't think that's I think Chris is a very I think he's got a very stable personality.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you're thinking about the wrong light skinned guy from the 90s.
I know who I'm talking about.
Just that other light skinned guy, on the other hand.
Who you talking about? Girth is loose.
Oh my God. What is happening right now with this show? Show is off the rail. We've lost control. Big said, what's up in the building? Yeah, Chris is a good dude. Anyway, while she's doing what she's doing,
Get me off the screen, please, before I just break this whole shit off. Take me off. Please take.
Okay. And she's gone. Oh God. Is there anyone who'd like to fill in for Tash tonight? Just let me know. Send me a DM. I'll send you a link. Cam right on up and just help me get through this show. Now, and the show has begun. Biggs. Yo, said is hilarious. Wait, where is it? Oh man. Okay, I think she's ready. Hold on. Hi.
Hello.
Are we on the air? Alyssa, what's up? Renee, what's up? You see that comment right there? Can you read the comments?
Check.
Oh God. Do you hear me, Tash? You're ignoring me. Okay.
Check.
What are you not happy with right now? What's wrong with your mic?
It wasn't working for a second.
We hear you.
Tosh is nervous because I was there.
Oh man. There's a loose girth. Girth is on the loose.
Yo, when I tell you, I'm not even kidding. Like nothing is operating properly, and I'm so unhappy. And I honestly, I really do not know how to come back and bounce back from this. I am not happy. I'm not happy. I don't want to do a show right now. I really am not. Like my spirit is unhappy because nothing is working the way it should at all. And so right now, this is really my energy, and I feel horrible because we are going to post this, and because this counts as a show, and it's just something we're going to post, and I cannot bounce back. I am not medicated at the moment, so I really want to have a complete and absolute motherfucking meltdown. I want to cry. I want to rip my monitors out of my ear. I want to close my computer. I want to unsnap my bra, and I just want to be with my kids right now. And I want to cook dinner, and I just want to restart. But I also know that we can't restart because this is our showtime, and this is just what it is. So I'm just keeping it real. I am not happy right now. I'm aggravated. I'm really aggravated. And
from Tinseltown to your From Tinsel.
Let's just take a break from Tash right now, and we'll be back. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna. That was interesting. My little buddy's not having a good day. There's not really much we can do about it, but yeah, I think we need a beat break. Okay. It's been one of those days. It's been one of those days. Anyway, as I was saying, we'll go back to Tash when she's ready. I think I'm gonna have to fly to LA to get that studio right. Has the quality of hip hop gone astray? It's a great question. Without question. It's a great question, and without question, we have lost hip hop. I said recently, there was a stat that came out. I don't know if you were here when we talked about it, that for the first time, I think it was 34 years, that there isn't a top 40 hip hop record on the chart. I think that's just a sign of the time. Yule, what's up? And like everything, I mean, everything is cyclical, right? And I think that hip hop has had a 50-year run, and I think the business has changed, the tech has changed, the access has changed. It used to be a very difficult space to kind of get into, like a lot of fields still are, right? I mean, you can't just say you're an athlete and go to the NBA or NFL. It doesn't work that way. And we never gained control over the craft and the culture, or the business, specifically the business. We never gained control over the business. We got a piece of the business. We profited off the business, but we didn't own the business. And I think that when something like that happens, it's very difficult to, keep its authenticity to it. Hold on. I'm trying to stall a little bit to see what happens to my homegirl and see if she's coming back. 'Cause you guys can't see her, but I can still see her on screen. So I was kind of looking to see if she was gonna float right back, but nope, don't think so. Not right now. Bringing back the 70s music. I mean, listen, I think that R&B, right? I said this as well on a couple of shows ago, is that R&B has had a resurgence, specifically female artist, and it went away. And not that the quality of R&B, and maybe it was actually. Now that I think about it, I think the quality of R&B for a moment became so, um, like hip hop infused that it lost its authenticity as well. And I think that that was one of the things. That's why hip hop became what it became in the early 2000s and 2010 with the people like Drake and 50 who came and started having a lot of melody and singing in their songs, and it kind of just pushed R&B completely out. I mean, basically the rappers were singing. Um, so I think now hip hop has to go away, go underground, find its soul, because it's definitely um it definitely lost its soul. So, and we'll see what happens. I don't know if this new tech and AI is going to allow it um to have a resurgence, but I'm hoping that it does. I'm hoping that it finds a new place, and there's a new platform that will better protect it this go around. So that is yet to be determined. Um, hold up. Rest in peace, hip hop. Absolutely. We'll take some more topics and questions. Tash is still getting herself together. I'm watching her. Tosh, when you're ready, just give me a wave. When you're ready. The 70s days are over. Yeah. What else? I was talking about my call. I had 3 really amazing calls in the last like 24 hours. Today, like I said, I spoke with Christopher Williams and Vincent Herbert today, who are collaborating. Tell Tashi left. Oh man. And they're working on some really cool projects, and I've had a long relationship with both of those guys. I mean, Vincent and I go back. I mean, we were kids, 1920s, sharing each other's Range Rovers. When we first started to make some money, we used to live, just like down the block from each other. Um, uh, and so it was really cool to get that call today and kind of talk about this resurgence that Chris is having. I mean, you guys know that just a couple of years ago he was very ill, and the doctors began to count him out, and he was like, "Yeah, okay, sure, that's what you say." And he took a very holistic approach to what he was dealing with. I can't wait to have him on the show and kind of talk about his process over the last couple of years. But a very deep brother, man, a guy who's definitely been through a lot, seen a lot. Very, very culturally connected to the history of music, period. His family and family members are very, intricate parts of this business. So he's, again, looking forward to it. And then my other conversation that I had last night actually, was with my brother Swizzy. And you guys know that recently they relaunched the Versus, and there was a lot of controversy over you know who the new deal was with, and those sorts of things. And I think, as although it was one of the biggest um biggest verses in versus history, there were still quite a bit of people who kind of you know shied away from watching it because of the known relationship of versus and X. Um, and what I was happy to hear is that that's not the case anymore. And we all need to be diving deep into supporting that versus brand again. Um, you know, I was very vocal early on when I seen that happen, and I don't think that I know for a fact that my brother did not know that things were going to pan out the way that they did, and you know, I'm just glad that their involvement with that company and those people in that company are no longer standing true, and there's a new situation. And shout out to Swizzy and Timberland for getting this thing back on the road. I'm happy to hear that. And then I had one conversation right before I started the show today, and that was really cool. And that was with my good brother Devontae Swing from Jodeci. A very brief conversation. But I reached out to him. I mean, we speak often, obviously, but I reached out to him because I have some work for him, and a project that I want to get him to be a part of. And I know that he's a musical genius, and I'm looking forward to having him work on this. All right, let me see what's up. Let me go back to my homie. Let's see what's up. Hi, homie. Uh oh. What? Okay.
My entire situation over here is an absolute wreck, and it is what it is.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you? You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But listen, every once in a while, we're gonna have these. We're gonna have these. It's gonna happen. Every show can't be a hit. So, you ready to rock and roll? Big said, just asked you a really important question. Oh, he made an important statement then. Yo, Mess, what's up? Step Diva, Stepa Diva. I'm not sure what you were referring to. But yeah, you okay, Tosh? You want to end the show early tonight? Is that what you want to do?
Just act normal. Figure this out.
Just act normal. We'll figure it out. Yeah, we will. It's okay. You're a professional. You got this. So, what do you think about the new logo?
Amazing. It looks really good. You did a good job. Thank you so much. This looks great. I really like it. This is wonderful. You really did good.
Oh God!
Shout out to the room, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well.
Wow. I mean, you guys know that we're normally a different duo, but I think today's gotten the best of us, Tosh. You got this. It's fine. It's fine. It could be worse. We could have no show. We're actually here with the opportunity to sit and chop it up with our, some faithful people that love us and support us and want to see nothing but the best for us.
100%. I'm super grateful.
As we shucking them jiving.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea what I missed. I don't know what you were talking about. I'm sorry. I completely.
That's okay.
Was
I was just, bantering with the crew over here. Just talking about my phone calls today with good brother Swizzy and Devontae and Christopher Williams and Vincent Herbert. It's been a while since I've had one of those.
Was it like individual phone calls or everybody in a group chat?
The Vincent and Christopher Williams was group chat, and Devontae was separate, and Swizzy was separate as well.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
Yeah, very cool.
Hopefully, none of them are watching tonight.
Hopefully, yeah. Oh man, what? It's okay, Tosh. It's okay for things not to be perfect. You know that. And I can hear you fine. I mean, you sound amazing. You sound like Tosh.
Thank you so much. My entire mic boom looks like this.
Dismantled. Wait, where's the one that I bought you?
That no longer worked for it. It wasn't good. So I got this one, which was amazing. And I don't know if in my move, I don't know if I'm missing something or what, but ever since I put this together, since we moved, it just hasn't been right. And so it has now completely broken apart. And normally I have mic stands because when I travel, I have mic stands because I obviously can't take my boom and I can't find any of my mic stands just for some amazing reason.
So you still have things you haven't unpacked. Is that what's happening?
No, my mics, all of my audio, no matter how many times I move, no matter what I do, my audio is always the first. All of my audio equipment is the first thing that gets put up.
Mm-hmm.
And so all of that stuff has been unpacked. However, so inconveniently, I just can't seem to find anything. So I
mean, you do live just with you and your kids, though, right?
I'm sorry?
It's just you and your kids, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. I got you.
Versus what?
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out who could have misplaced them. That's what I was trying to figure
out. I don't know. That's what it is.
Hi, Tosh.
Hey. I was on the F train this morning and a man literally lost his toothpaste.
That's pretty funny.
It fell on the tracks? That's embarrassing.
That is. Like, what happened? The train coming to the station and kind of blew it away? Is that?
Was there like a gust of wind that just took it down? Off? What do you do in that situation? Like, go home.
Yeah. Stand behind one of them poles.
He can't show up to work. Big Shirley really gonna see what he look like.
That's crazy. Why do people still wear toupees? Why is hair that important?
Don't do me. Don't do me.
That's really what's kind of got you down.
Yo, shout out to Big Sean. Big said, yes, this definitely made me laugh. He sent me a text that made me laugh.
Who? I didn't even hear what you said.
Big said,
Oh, he sent you a text.
yeah. That speaking of hair, you got some nice curly hair there.
Mark, what up?
Was Big said here when I told him how you made me slip the scissor and I cut my hair? Big said, I just want to show you what happened when I was talking to your friend today. Do you see this hair right here? Do you see how small that is? Look at that. I cut about 7 to 8 inches off of my hair earlier this morning. It's supposed to be this long. It's supposed to be this long. And it is now this long.
I don't understand how I'm getting the blame for that, though.
My pubes are probably longer than this.
I know somebody who likes that.
Ew.
Yeah. It seems to be having a resurgence.
I don't understand that. Hair traps odor, and I'm good on hair on my underarms, on my nether regions. I'm okay with that. I don't like it.
Diet produces odor.
I'm not. Don't do me. Don't do me. We're not even doing this conversation.
I'm just saying. So
Don't
because obviously they didn't shave it back in the day. It was all right then.
Guess where I live today. I live in today.
But yeah, you're right. Amongst a bunch of parasite infested, bacteria driven human beings.
Here's the thing.
What?
Every time you have these conversations, like, I support you to a point. It gets to a point. And the point that it gets to
It's all good. I get that it's difficult for people to understand what truth.
No. Let me it gets to a point. Let me tell you why. Because the things that you say, it's so valid, right? It's very valid. It's informative. Some people have never heard it before. It's refreshing. All of the things. Like, you say valid things. But I go toe to toe with you because I feel like you forget that we don't, when all of the studies that you are ingesting and regurgitating, it was a different time period. Foods were different. There weren't so many pesticides. The environment was different. So the access that people had to the nutrients in order to live a lifestyle of ancient times cannot necessarily be fostered, especially here in America, where they literally spray in pesticides, insecticides, all types of sides on our stuff. So
right.
We have to live according to the environment in which we are in.
Is that right?
So I don't know nothing, Jeff.
No, listen, I hear your point. I don't think what you're saying is your truth. I don't think it has to be everyone's truth.
What I'm saying is the truth. It's not about my truth. It is
in this country. There are people in this country, right, who have figured out that there is a better way, and they make changes in their lives to have that. They want sustainability. They make changes. They understand what they're up against. They make changes. It's what you do in life. You have to adapt, or you will be sucked whole by the system. But there are truly more than a handful of individuals in this state and your state throughout this country that are doing it different. That's it. So it's the choice is up to you. whether you want to make the change or not. So I don't think that what you're saying is wrong. I just think it's holds true to you and not everyone.
What does it mean it'll be gone forever? As in the hair won't grow back?
Who said that?
Miss
Gosh, you.
Miss Preston.
Not, wait, what?
She said, after a while, Tosh, you won't have to shave. It will be gone forever.
Oh,
Where's it going?
When you get old, it just falls out.
Of what?
Your vagina.
What do you mean it falls out?
I mean, your hair doesn't grow back. Like it doesn't grow back on your body. Like
Why would it not grow back?
Because a lot of people's hair follicles fall out over it. You know.
Well, that might not be my story.
Well, this is possible. You might be the exact opposite. You might not be able to ever, shave your shit, and it might be to your ankles. You might be Bushby.
Listen, when I was training for the marathon, I didn't shave at all. Gross. Until after. Well, I shaved my legs and I did cut my pubes down because I said just in case something happens to me, I would hate for them to think they're like, what is this? So I did trim it. I didn't use a razor. I shaved my legs like 3 days before because my legs were looking like your face. Well, no, never mind. It's not gray. But yeah, my pubes, I trimmed all the way down. I didn't shave because I was going to, but I was like, imagine me shaving, especially my backside, and then it's like itching as I'm running. So I didn't shave, but I trimmed it all the way down.
That might not have been a smart thing to do.
No. So I didn't. Yeah, exactly. The hair falls? I don't know about the hair falling off the vagina. That's a little insane.
What are you gonna do when your vagina hair is gray? You're just gonna keep it shaven.
That's never gonna happen.
You're never gonna have gray pubic. Oh, you mean you're not gonna see it because you're gonna
I'm never gonna have the opportunity to see gray pubic hairs on my body. That's not happening.
Because what?
What?
I don't understand. What are you saying? Because what?
Because I shave.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't shave, so.
No, I didn't shave for.
What if this next guy you meet?
What?
What if said? I mean, not said. I mean, what if the next guy you meet? That's his preference.
I'm waiting to find out where you're going with this. What if the next guy tells me I don't want you to shave your vagina hairs?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? He better go on and go find somebody that's gonna honor that, because when you meet me, you gonna have. There's no changing up. Like, hey, babe, you know what? I don't want you to shave your vagina hairs anymore. I'm sorry, what? Like, I do designs and stuff, and it'll be like in shapes, and I do different things, but no, we're not bushing over here. Like, this is not 1930.
Let me ask you this question. What's important to you? Is it important for you? What's more important for you? Is it more important for you to be loved by someone in a relationship, or for you to have the opportunity to love someone? Like, what do you prefer in a relationship?
Why do you have to choose one? That's ridiculous.
Well, so again, some people see love in relationships different perspectives, right? So
I feel like this conversation is going to send you so far up your ass, because every time we have this conversation, I want to fight you so bad. So before we delve all the way into this, I want you to take
you have your Astro Glide.
No, because I want you to really think, do I want to have this conversation with Tash right now? So maybe you should do a beat break. I'm gonna take a pill, and then we got this conversation, because I want you to take the 10 seconds.
I'm not scared of you, Tash.
I want you to take the 10 seconds, because I'm gonna go all the way with you on this conversation if you really want to do this, because I got the energy. So I'm gonna take a pill so I can come down. Okay. And I want to be brave.
Well, so wait to take the pill, because that shit ain't gonna kick in until after the show.
Oh no, my pill works.
We want you pill free.
No, my pill works fast. So go on.
Said meanie. Silver Bush Club is hard. Sheila, what up? Bestie, I see you. Hey. I love that there's this like this small group of people who are chatting, and then there's all these other people that are just watching. Shout out to my brother from another, if you watching. A Chad Elliott beat. That's where we Dr. Seuss. You know who gave me that name?
I knew the story at one point, and I can't remember right now. You told me.
I'll tell you in a second. When you gather yourself. Did you pop that? Pop that. 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 Yeah, we definitely need Jada on that beat right there. It's hard, right?
You said we need who?
Nah, they were like, we need Jada on that beat. Because when I first made it, I was going live. I think I made it on live. Or I don't know if I made it on live, but I was playing it on live the night I made it. And I was like, this is a Jada King beat right here. That's where we always meet. So who is Alyssa Gonzalez? Because I think she's trying to give Mrs. Preston a run for her money on the comedic side.
I don't know, but this shit is funny. This whole show tonight could just go to hell. Shout out to the room, everybody. You already know. This is our regulars in here. I already know it. Shout out to all of our shout out to the chat and shout out to our silent watchers. Shout out to everybody. I'm sorry for my very, very much so demure attitude today. This has not been the most wonderful show that I could produce for you today, and I apologize. And if you haven't already liked, shared, subscribed, do your thing. Do them things. If you're not already subscribed and you're able to comment, just know that this is the last show that you'll be able to do that, because next show we will make it so that only subscribers can comment. Furthermore, we are aggressively trying to get to 500. When we get to 500, there's going to be a lot of cool things that are unlocked in this sector of the world. So the magic number is 500. I don't know what our number is at the moment. Last time I checked, we were at 413. And so if we could get 17 new followers today, that would be amazing, because that is the goal. At least 17 followers per day till our next show. Okay?
Yeah. We're at 413 right now.
Okay.
Which I'm very proud of.
I'm proud of too, but we have a goal. So
no, I got you.
Can we get 420 before
the
show is over today?
As slow as this show started, it's not likely. Hi, Tash. Sorry, man. I don't know.
Hi, Chad.
I don't know.
You do. Can you feel my energy? Can you feel how aggravated I am? Do you see my smile?
I see you. Yeah.
Okay.
You ready?
Go.
Well, let's do this first. Let's do a little work. Tonight's show is brought to you by Saatchi Nail and Spa. That is not the right artwork. Why is that up there? Okay. And we're back. Wow, man. This is it. This is special. This is special. All right. So tonight's show is sponsored by Saatchi Nails and Spa. Located. Tosh, you got the address?
Oh, you seem like you were doing amazing. 50 Warburton Did we clarify if that's Avenue or Place? It's in Yonkers, the only Warburton in Yonkers, that long street in Yonkers. I am grateful to say that I experienced Saatchi Nails and Body Spa the day before the marathon. They took really, really good care of me. I got a wonderful pedicure. I got a full body massage and facial, and it was divine. The atmosphere was amazing. All of the employees there are amazing, and it really is. You feel like you walk in and you're definitely in a different dimension. So I definitely am grateful. So thank you so much to Saatchi and her amazing staff.
Absolutely.
Um,
So if you use promo code Tosh and Chad, you will receive a 15% discount on a package, any package $90 and above. Also, if you travel up there, you will get picked up for free by the waterfront and the Metro North. If you have a VIP subscription, or if you have a service of $90 plus.
Can I just say,
yeah,
that when we had our meet and greet,
yes,
and I just remember that when I just took a little bite of my yogurt, they had olives. And Saatchi, if you're watching this, there was some olives that you had for the food portion of the Tosh and Chad meet and greet. And my older son has me buying olives all over Los Angeles just to get that same taste back. And we're an olive family, thank God. We love olives, but it's expensive. And all I'm buying is gourmet olives because it clearly had to be gourmet olives. I think I have spent enough searching for these olives. So if you can call me and let me know what olives those were and hummus, my son will greatly appreciate it. And so will I, because I'm tired. That was a good spread that she had for us, right?
Yeah, definitely. Appreciate
it. I say this live as well because I am pretty sure that there's someone in here that might be looking for a spot to host a couple of your friends, whether it's your girlfriend, your husband, a couple, whatever. This is the spot to do it. I think that would be actually really cute to do like a couples thing there.
And she's very accommodating. If there's some special things that you want to do, she'll work it out, figure it out.
It's not in Cali. The spot is located in Yonkers, New York. So if you are in the tri-state, if you're visiting New York, it is a quick ride on the Metro North, it's right there. It's right off the highway. It was an easy drive from the Javits. I went straight from the airport to the Javits, straight to the spa. So all the services I got were so deeply appreciated. So definitely
got my toes done.
I forgot about that. I did. You're lovely. You have really cute feet.
Listen, when she took that scrub and she started to go to the bottom of I flew out my chair. I could not handle it. I can't handle it. Yo, there must have been a thruster in because I jumped out of that seat. Water was splashing everywhere. I couldn't. You were getting
my facial.
I couldn't handle it.
Are you serious?
And I couldn't handle it. Could not handle. I'm sitting there like,
yeah. But were you not able to enjoy it because you were so squeamish, or
it was just that section of it? I mean, just when she started scrubbing, I'm ticklish like a motherfucker.
Yeah, no, I love it.
I don't understand how you could do it all. I couldn't. There's no. I'm not going there once a week to do that.
Because you don't do it often. Where people who get it done often, and there was a guy there getting his nails done. I think he came with his lady.
Oh, about a front door thing, right?
Yeah. Johnny, my younger son, said he wants to go back and have some self-care services done. So I think I can't wait to go back, because I definitely will make sure that the kids get services done too.
Mm-hmm.
So Saatchi Spa, shout out to Saatchi Spa. If you guys have any questions, definitely, you all know I tell you the truth. So absolutely, we can talk about it.
Somebody talking about, let's see my toes. One day I'll show.
He has cute feet. I was playing with his feet in the water.
Oh, gross. You don't have to tell everybody that. It's just not necessary.
We were on live.
To share, though. I know, but not everybody knows that.
Well, now they do. Somebody was screen recording.
Oh God.
And then, your future girlfriend needs to know, like, the bar is high. Play with his feet, girl.
Drink my feet water.
Drink his feet water. I licked his bubbles. That is so disgusting.
Very nasty. Very nasty. So what's up? You scared of this question I asked you? I don't understand.
I'm scared of nothing. Bring it, because I'm gonna cook you.
No, I don't. This is not it's not actually a debate. I think you were taking what I was saying wrong. Because it's really not going towards what we talked about earlier, topic wise.
Okay.
It's really not.
Okay.
What I was thinking about is that I know from my personal experience that
Shit.
okay, just act normal.
I'm sorry, you scared me. You scared me real bad. Sorry. You could come out. You could scared me.
You could come out. What do you have somebody under your desk?
I thought we were acting normal.
Unbelievable.
Don't laugh at me. Get out. Get out. Get out.
Who was that?
He's laughing at my setup. Go ahead, take a picture so we can show Chad exactly what I look like right now. Go on, move forward. We're live right now. Your buffoonery is live.
Who's that, AJ?
Of course.
Pretty wings, your pretty wings, your pretty wings, your pretty wings.
I'm getting reactivated. This pill's not working fast enough. Go.
I was thinking about my own personal experiences when I was young and getting into relationships, where I think, for the most part, how I looked at love was, what someone did for me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it was till much later in life that the joy of loving someone became important. Like that's actually, it's more like that's really like if you get to that kind of situation or that kind of relationship, you're probably gonna be in a pretty sustainable relationship. If you're constantly looking for someone to make you happy and do things for you in that relationship, then it's very likely you're going to run into some troubles, because that's not sustainable, right? What's sustainable is your respect, your commitment for that person, and that should drive you to do things for that person. And there's, obviously becomes cyclical at that time, right? At that point, if it's a healthy relationship, then what you're doing is positive, and then it's feeding the relationship basically.
Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down, kind of.
Have you been in that sort of relationship where the way that you loved that person had nothing to do with how he was loving you?
Unfortunately, yes.
And that obviously that was in a non-healthy.
So here's why I say unfortunately, is because when that kind of love is not equal, you tend to do a lot more things that become undeserving. You give a lot more of yourself, and it is not a it's not a reciprocated kind of love. And so it eventually, where you're doing these things as an act of love and a want, you then become a little exhausted and there's a void.
Yeah, but see that I think that's where. So I think that is part of the trouble, right? I think that is. So if you're in this relationship and you're loving this person, right? And you're just loving him or her because that's your person, right? You've committed to this relationship, but just, just you really enjoy seeing this person happy and doing for that person. If the measure is how what you're doing is being received a factor, then you're falling back into that transactional sort of state in that relationship where when you do something, if it's not received the way you want it to be received or it's not reciprocated, then you're going to scale back or you're going to emotionally feel away, where it actually shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter if, unless he's a piece of work, right? And he's just a scumbag and, you've made a bad decision, then okay, that's probably not the right place for you. But if you're just doing things and you're just doing it because you love this person, then it should not matter what that person does in return.
It gets to a point. So while it doesn't matter what they do as far as what is that thing they do, after a while it gets exhausting because love is something we all desire. And when you continually are pouring, you eventually start pouring from an empty cup because your cup is not being filled.
Yeah.
And when you're in a relationship, you should both be pouring into each other's cups. Now, how much you're pouring on a daily, weekly, monthly basis will vary because we don't always have 100% every single day. But if you're constantly giving to this person, constantly showing your love and appreciation for this person through whatever it is, whether it's material things, whether it's, words, whatever it is, if you're not receiving that, it does get to a point where you're wondering, do you love me? Because if they're not showing you love, how would you know if you are loved?
Right. But so here's the thing. This guy and this woman, or this man and this woman, they're two different people, right? There's no way in the world, especially early on, you're going to know how this person wants to be loved. They're going to know how you're not going to know how to love that person and vice versa. That's not realistic. That's number one. Number two is, again, if you are determining how you're going to love someone by how they respond to your love, you're going to run into difficulty because that person, the way that you're loving him makes you feel so if you love somebody, you're just doing shit because you love it. This person is like, okay, that you're doing shit that you're kind of supposed to do. And I'm going to say this, you really shouldn't be pouring into each other. I think you have to pour into the relationship first. And then the relationship feeds the individuals.
No, so you pour into each other is the relationship. So
no, I definitely disagree with that.
Okay.
Definitely disagree with that. They're two separate entities. The people are the people. The relationship is the relationship.
Correct. But when you keep pouring out, so when you're in a relationship, you both are now taking on each other's lives to an extent. Mm-hmm. So I'm having a horrible day today. Today pretty much crashed and burned live. Right? When I'm done here, my partner, realizing that my day crashed and burned, knows I am at a deficit. Right? So now he's pouring into me, picking up the pieces that I can't necessarily perform for the rest of the night. Cook dinner, whatever, right? Cook dinner is the biggest obstacle I have to do after the show. So now if I had a partner here, with him knowing that my cup is completely empty, he now will pick up the pieces. That is pouring into my cup, right? That's how that works. You're pouring into, so that right there is an act of love. He is seeing his partner is depleted, and so just because the words aren't exchanged, that is an act of love when you do something of some sort to help and show I'm here, I'm available, I'm paying attention.
Yeah, but So again, I think if someone is loving you, right? That's love. That's what I'm doing. I'm committed to this relationship. I love you. I'm taking care of you. Right? That's my job, right? From as a man, from a man's standpoint, as a provider, that's my job.
No, you're making it your job. That's something that you put on yourself.
No, as a man, that's my responsibility. We have to understand what our roles are in this relationship, right?
Yeah, but there could be a point where you can't provide, and the woman says, "Hey, I got this for
providing." Doesn't mean financial. It just means that means multiple things. It doesn't just mean money. Providing means being available and supporting you, right? That's providing support, whether it be busting somebody's ass for you, or keeping you from busting your ass, or that's support.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I think you have to be careful what your perspective is when you're going into this, because I think that the person who you desire the most and who you're going to call your person when you find that person is not going to love you necessarily the way you might want. But how you feel when you're loving that person, shouldn't that be more important?
Are you dead serious?
Shouldn't, again.
No. I want, like, are you trolling me right now?
No,
I'm not trolling. Ask question. So no. Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
That thought is so fucking flawed, Chad.
Tell me about it.
Let me tell you something. When you are in a one-sided, that is a one-sided relationship right there.
No, you're not understanding.
So the way I love you should supersede.
No,
you love me.
No. No. Again, you should not be going into this measuring any of it.
It's not about measuring. We all deserve love. Now, it's not about you love me more than I love you, or you do more acts of love. No,
but everybody's understanding of love, unfortunately, is very different. That's what I'm saying to you. It's very different. Again, my perspective is I don't really need much. If I'm in a relationship and I feel like loving this person makes me feel good, I'm not taking count on how many great things I've done and how many great things they've done. I'm not taking count. I'm just, as long as we have, again, the relationship is healthy, right? We've set some goals. We're doing things toward those goals. Then that's really what our focus is. I'm a big boy. I don't really need much. I don't require much, right? I said this before on our show. I'd rather respect over love any day. Any day. Because love comes and goes. Respect, I need here every day. But there are going to be plenty of days that you wake up.
Come and go in a relationship. It comes and goes.
Absolutely. You don't think you've been in a relationship and you don't feel like?
No. I think comes and goes. Like, I like you today. I don't like you tomorrow, but I love you. That love should not be a thing that wavers.
I'm talking about the emotion, the feeling of love, right? That's different than.
No, that's the feeling of being in love. Now that's coming from a different place. Being in love is more of the fantasy, that's why, like, that's different. Like, I love my kids, but there's sometimes I don't like them motherfuckers.
Yeah, I think
I don't like people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like my 16-year-old all the time. And I tell him that I don't like you today, but he knows I love him 100%, because I still will do things that will show him that I love him. And he knows that. And he will come to me and say, I love you, Mom. The same day that I told him I don't really like you. And he will know why I don't like him, whether it's an attitude or behavior. Same thing with a romantic relationship. I don't really like you today. You're acting douchey. You're acting very foolish, and you're not making my spirit peaceful at the moment. You're disturbing my peace. But you will know that I love you because when you come home, there's going to be hot food. When, I will be there when you call me. It's so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like if I love you, but we're not in a romantic relationship, right? But I love you because if I didn't, we wouldn't be here. Now, I didn't like you for a long time, and you knew that. You knew I didn't like you. I was very vocal and verbal about it. But
I don't know. There was a moment where I questioned it all.
Well, the things that you were doing were very disrespectful and disturbing. But if I didn't love you, I wouldn't have given you the opportunity to talk to me. I hated the things that you did 100%. And when I parted my lips to say, I fucking hate you, the conversation did arise about that. And I was like, I don't really, then maybe I don't hate him. I really disliked you. So if I didn't love you, I wouldn't be sitting here. So I think people use the term love and like, and they use it so casually that they don't really understand the difference of the two. When you love someone, now you can fall out of love. You can stop. Like, I'm not saying that these things are continual, everlasting forever. But when you're in a committed romantic relationship and you wake up one day and your person has been getting on your nerves that week, you don't not love that person. You just don't like their attitude, their behavior. You don't like how they're making you feel. Now you're going to further have a conversation because you love that person.
I think it's up for debate.
Okay.
I think it's up for debate. I do.
Everyone's love language is different. I do believe in that too. Mm-hmm. Love is a temporary emotion. I don't believe love is temporary. Like is temporary. I like my outfit today. I don't love it. You know what I'm saying? Like I like is very temporary.
Yeah, I mean, feelings are temporary. So when love, I just think that word, I think that word is just up for, debate, to be honest with you. I think that the way it's used, it's probably just a little bit overrated in terms of relationship.
When you're in a relationship, do you say, like, do you tell the person you love them, like, hey, I love you?
Because that's a language that people today understand, right? It's like you said about food, like that's relatively, a new thing when you think about history. It's not something that people walked around and just say, oh, I'm in love with you. And like, that's a new construct. That's not really a thing. That's all I'm saying. Listen, it is what it is. I know it's hard for you to sometimes grasp these ideas, but it is what it is. It's okay. I mean, listen, if you sign up for it, it's what you sign up for. If you want to, it's like anything else.
Being in a relationship with you sounds like it would be so exhausting.
No, because I don't overthink it, really. I think people overthink relationships. They put so much on the fluff of what it is and not on what it really is meant for. Like, it's some serious shit is meant for. It is meant for you to be with someone, to survive with them. That's really what it's about. It's about survival. It really is, with one another, because you're not meant to be here alone. You cannot you cannot procreate by yourself, right?
But that's a different, because some people procreate and don't even have a like, much less a love.
Again, that is today, right? I'm saying to you, it's very specific as to how things were supposed to happen. We have allowed things to change. And as things change, you see how bad things get. right? Things are not getting better. Things are getting worse because we have gotten so far removed from what it really is. We've turned love into, taking trips and, pictures and, memories and all. Meanwhile, your entire life is moving and things are happening around you and you're not prepping for it. 9 out of 10, especially in Black households, you're not prepping for the long story, right? White communities, they thinking 25 years ahead. We thinking about next weekend. So we're, in terms of that, we're behind the 8 ball. And I just think that we've lost our way when it comes to our purpose here. And, when you meet somebody, we're so ready to, be with somebody and let them go and get out of there. And it's over and on to the next.
Breaking news.
Go for it.
Breaking news. President Trump signs funding bill formally ending the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. It's over.
Nothing to celebrate about, though. Nothing to celebrate about. We're
What?
getting fucked. No, we're getting fucked. We were not supposed to do that. It should not. This should still be a government shutdown right now. We are going to lose out in the long run. 100%. That's why the Democrats are in an uproar to the 8 Democrats who signed that fucking bill that don't look out for the interests of the American people. There's some serious shit to come because of that. They should have toughed it out. I'm listening.
Yeah, I honestly just don't know enough to even toe to toe with this. To me, it felt like there was a whole lot of people who were furloughed, losing money.
Yeah, a small portion of the American people were suffering, but those people also know that what is to come is going to be worse. It's going to be worse. And we're all going to see. We're going to see what happens because it's going to happen. People are not going to be able to afford health care. It is absurd what is going to happen to people who are on fixed incomes even. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But
It says the House on Wednesday passed a funding, but what is today?
Wednesday.
The House on Wednesday passed a funding bill that will end the government shutdown, the longest in U.S. history by a margin 222 to 209. President Donald Trump is scheduled to sign the bill later Wednesday. This came out at 9:11 Eastern.
Hey.
According to ABC News, the legislation will fund the government through January 30th and provide funding for some government agencies for the remainder of the fiscal year.
Listen, we should have stood the line. That's what we should have did.
Okay, well then, all right. Then I thought this was a good thing. Oh boy.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. No, it's not only for a month. There is another vote that is supposed to happen a month from now.
10:24 Eastern, which is very current as it is 10:29. Okay. So he signed it.
Yes. No, I get it. They were saying it was going to happen today.
It said it starts to resolve the mass chaos of the shutdown created. So this is the most current thing I have on my.
It's correct. The vote happened a couple of days ago. I think it was 2 days ago, maybe Monday or Tuesday. No, Monday. I think the vote happened where they needed the 8 Democrats to come in and vote, and they got them. And then, there's a process that happens, but today is the day he actually signed and it's officially ended. But we got nothing. We got nothing. What we were fighting for, we did not get. It was a reason why the Democrats were not signing, because we wanted those subsidies to help many Americans, over 20 million Americans, keep healthcare. And
so they're saying shuttered preschool and food benefit programs will reopen. So will federal agencies and national landmarks. So they're not saying anything here about what you're talking about.
say again. I'm sorry. What?
Time will tell exactly who, if anyone, gained from the high stakes political gambit. I don't know.
No one gained. So what the Republicans promised is that next month, potentially, they would talk about keeping these subsidies. But everybody knows that that's not what's going to happen. And they should have stuck it out a little longer and got what the hell they wanted. But they caved. And why they caved, and those who caved actually happened to be 8 senators who are not seeking re-election.
So they don't care.
They don't give. So
you know what? And this is kind of like a long shot here, but let me tell you something. I'm sick of all of these geriatric patients in office, between the political space and also when it comes to public schooling and all of the, like, I think it is time to start putting in younger people in these seats.
yeah, it's happening. No, it's happening. It's happening. You're 100% correct. And it's happening. I mean, look at New York. He's 34 years old. The mayor of New York is 34-year-old Muslim man.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what happened to me today. It was rather interesting. I went to go pick up something from someone. So this is an interaction with a total stranger. She was very nice. She was a very nice lady. Mm-hmm. And as I'm talking to her, as I'm leaving, whatever the conversation, which is neither here nor there, I said, I'm from New York. And she goes, oh, wow, God, you see the mess that's going on over there. And in that moment, I'm like, she's like, I bet you're glad to be over here. The crazy thing is that in that moment, I'm like trying to, respectfully end the conversation and leave because I had to come here. Mm-hmm. So I'm not registering what she's saying.
Tone.
And all I'm thinking, and hand to God, we're about to go through about 5 days of a nasty storm, right? Mm-hmm. And so the only thing I'm thinking is it's probably storming, and you know what I'm saying? Like, all I'm thinking is weather. And so I said, yeah, I was like, yeah, but we're about to go through it. That legit was my response, because I'm thinking weather. And so she goes, so then she then says, yeah, she goes, it is a mess over there and it's just going to get horrible. And then something clicked and I'm like, bitch.
Exactly.
And so I drove away. Now, she was a nice lady, but people are very, like, it's interesting. I'm like, I really wish I could go back in that moment, but I wouldn't toe to toe her, like, it, whatever, but I could tell. Tasha, we got to get you up to speed on what's going on with politics. Politics has never been my direct thing. When I'm in the media space and I have to talk about something, if I have to report it, or I have to sit amongst people who are carrying a conversation, I know my place. I stay quiet and I jump in where I know I can, and I can confidently speak. And I don't shy away from that. I don't deny my ignorance in certain topics, and I'm okay. And let me tell you why I'm okay. For one, the weight of politics is a lot. And a lot of times people take on a lot of these conversations not understanding their threshold and what they can handle with their personality. Politics is a lot. And the deeper you go into politics, it is very scary when you start learning history and all those things. And I personally cannot handle the weight of politics. So I employ people around me that understand it, that I can trust to keep me in the loop, teach me things, and I know that I can ask questions to the people that I employ around me and my circle when it comes to politics. So I respectfully am okay living in my ignorant bubble. And when I feel like I want clarity on something, I'm smart enough to read because I can understand and ask questions so that people could break it down to me in a finer level of understanding.
This topic has got people going. They're still going. The chat is chatting about love. I think we could talk about love every show.
You know, back to what we were saying about love. I love love. I'm going to tell you this because and trust me, don't worry, y'all. It's not going to go left. The last relationship where I deeply loved was with my kid's father, and I loved him so deeply it hurt. Like I would cry because I really loved him, and I gave my entire being to that relationship out of love. No one told me I had to do it. I wasn't forced to do it. So that to me is love. When you don't even think, right? And you're just doing things that make you happy. It was a pleasure to love him when it was when it was healthy. That is what I'm talking about. And when it became unhealthy, it was very devastating because now when you are faced with all of the unhealthy things, right? You are now left with the thoughts of all of the loving things that you did selflessly. And it hurts in a different way because you then now are left in realizing you were not loved at all, right? Whether it's at all or minimally, and that heartbreak, that's where heartbreak comes in. You will never experience heartbreak if you don't love. That's how you know you loved, because when it comes to a point when it's over, your heart is completely broken. And so that is so my kid's father is actually my last real relationship. You know, Ryan and I were very, very, very short lived. So it's hard to reference that to anything. I love Ryan, but I love Ryan differently. Ryan and I are friends today. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't compare. The things that I do for Ryan today, the things that I have done for Ryan will stand on a pedestal and tell people she really loves me, right? But very different. Not even closely comparable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't regret loving my ex at all. But what it taught me was when you are loving someone who doesn't understand the gravity of even what love is, it becomes very one-sided. And when you want to be loved, that's where.
Yeah, I mean that was unfortunate. And maybe, do you think you had the wherewithal at that time to know he was not prepared to love?
In the beginning, no, because I wasn't aware of his lack of love. So love, he wasn't loved properly from a child.
Were you?
Absolutely. So the way I love, so even when he sees the way I love and mother my kids, even till this day, he would say, I don't know what that feels like because I didn't have it. So when we were together, learning him and learning the absence of what he didn't receive from his mother and especially his mom, right? The things that were absent, I almost felt like I needed to replace or give. And I don't know if that makes sense to anyone or even to you. So my love went from being this loving in-home girlfriend to nurturing like a mom, because he didn't have that. So then when he would see me nurturing our kids, it was kind of foreign because he's like, I don't know what that feels like. So eventually, as I was growing in this relationship, how can someone love you if they don't know what it is to be loved? They can only reciprocate what they assume based on how they feel, but it's not like, it's kind of like it's an act, a true act. Like I'm acting versus.
Right. So let me ask you this though. Do you think that were you in a place that you could have addressed that in a way where you seeked help early enough? Because you had to have seen this early enough. And was it, I mean, you didn't say anything because it was your desire to be in that relationship with that man? Did you, what was it that kept you there? It had to be something also in you that did not allow the red flag early to say, all right, you know what? He's fine, but I think I need to go somewhere else.
I mean, me staying wasn't like his physical attributes were so low on the totem pole because I was just, that never was a thing. I stayed because eventually I started to feel bad for him. And I felt like I have the bandwidth and foundation to give him what he's never had between my family, my village. We can fix him, like I was raised, I can't say I was raised to be a fixer, but what I will say is I come from a family unit of fixers. Majority of my family collectively between my mom, my stepdad, my stepmom, and my dad, majority of all four of my parental units and families are in the medical field. So I come from fixers. Naturally, they're like, everybody's a doctor, everybody's fixing something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's their professional fields. And then all of my families, like they're all giving, foundation wise and philanthropy and all types of shit. So I just grew up fixing shit. And in my direct household, my mother and my stepfather, all we did was give shit away and fix shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was within my natural makeup to take his broken pieces and just fix it.
But you couldn't.
But I didn't know, so that comes with time. I didn't, and maturity. I was so young and so available and wanting to be a wife and a mother and travel with my husband and do the things because I had older friends that were doing these things. This is what I desired, right? And so I'm just going to fix everything. I'm going to turn his red flags green. And I'm going to fix it because that's what you're supposed to do. My grandparents were married for 60 something years. Fix it. You know what I'm saying? My dad and my stepmom, they're now in year 40 something, and they have an onslaught of fucking issues. Fix it. Aunts and uncles, everybody is decades in this shit. Fix it. So growing up in the church, super religious amongst all of my families, being the black sheep, fix it. Just fix this shit. You don't leave, you fix it. Yeah. You love, fix it.
And you guys didn't seek therapy early, right?
I sought therapy because again, when you're raised with families in the medical field, therapy is like that's not an option. You going. So I know therapy from a little kid. I went to therapy. I suggested couples therapy. We went. He didn't understand therapy because the ignorance is Black people don't go to therapy. That's not real. That doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. So he didn't seek individual therapy, and that was actually recommended. So when I started recommending it, he told me I was crazy and only rich people go to therapy, only rich white people go to therapy. And so I had my village try to let him know you need you need therapy. And so he did not do individual therapy, and he would manipulate me and tell me, if you go to therapy, I'll stop cheating on you. If you go to therapy, I'll do blah, 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 blah. So
therapy.
Right. And so I'm like, I do go to therapy. Like, so it would be during a time where like I don't have active sessions. And he would be like, you need therapy. You're crazy. And so I was so desperate to keep my family intact. Yeah. And again, this is also operating from a space of love. I love you so much. And I so desperately want my family intact because I love my family and I love you, that I'm gonna do what you're telling me to do, because you're telling me that if you see me doing this, you're gonna do it too. So I went to therapy and he never went.
What did he experience from you that made him say you needed therapy? Like, what was happening that made him say that?
I mean, I went through postpartum depression really bad for me. Domestic violence, like I definitely put my hands on him.
But was he cheating at this point?
Cheating, lying, all types of stuff. So yeah, at this point, yeah. And so
this is pre-babies?
No, this is post-babies.
Okay, so the you did say postpartum. So you're saying that once you had your first child together, you knew he was cheating, and at that point you became defensive and aggressive. And
so the best way to describe it is when you have never experienced something traumatic, you really have nothing, you have no measure to weigh against. You're just kind of acting whatever way you think, whether you saw it in a movie, whether you heard a friend do it, whatever, you're just acting in response. You're hurt. And so when you're hurt, you want to equalize the pain. First and foremost, you also use mechanisms that were done to you to gain attention. My mom beat me really, really bad growing up, like all throughout. I would damn near say even when I became a young adult.
So when I asked you, were you loved, you equated that to love?
So no, eventually I realized I don't think my mom really loved me. I think up to a certain point, and then it just became like a hate thing because of
I don't love you then. What was your measure of love then? Because I asked you, were you loved?
So from my mom, I feel like when I was younger, the way she took care of me and nurtured me. But then I don't know what happened to her where beating me till I bled to a pulp. Because then she would be like, I love you. And then, it's like beat my ass and then let's go shopping at Nordstrom, beat my ass. And then, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like, I'm going to beat you with a belt. Like, yeah, sometimes it was that we all can be like, oh yeah, I got my ass beat. But this is like, no, I got like skin ripped off of me. I got my hand, I had a hairline fracture because she was like slamming our big metal door into me. And I'm like, you can't, like, eventually I stopped telling her I loved you because I'm like, So now to tie this in, when my ex was treating me horribly to equal out the pain, like for one, I'd never had anyone do the things he did to me, right? So I didn't know how to respond. I actually became psychotic because I never understood, like, I don't deserve this. No one has ever done this to me. I have no measure on how to react. And so because of the trauma that was imposed on me, the first thing I did was, I'm throwing something at him because I'm like, I want to hurt you. Now I'm not going to go out and cheat on you. I'm not going to lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just not me. Mm-hmm. So throwing something or grabbing him because he would say, I'm leaving, and me pulling him at the door begging him to stay, because in my brain I'm like, oh, you're gonna go with this girl. So things like that became an issue. And so instead of him holding himself accountable to the things that he's doing to cause this reaction, it was less of what he's doing, but now it becomes, you're crazy, you put your hands on me, and now this is the issue. And it's like, but if you never did these things, I wouldn't have done that.
So have you ever spoke to him and found out why or when he started cheating, or was he always cheating? He never stopped?
So he was always cheating.
Okay.
When I found out he was cheating, I was just a couple of months prior. I was still in abortion range when I first found out that he was cheating. Actually, I'm sorry. Yes. Excuse me. I'm very accurate. I was so new pregnant that we couldn't even get our first appointment yet.
Mm.
And I said, we could definitely not do this. You know, I was all for it. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do this. And, you know, it's the begging and the talking and okay. And so then you hit the first appointment, you hit 13 weeks, because I had my first appointment at 13 weeks. And I found more stuff. And I'm like, I got like a couple more weeks left in this tank before, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, all of the things to keep me there. And so I definitely, after a certain point, especially after I had the baby, it postpartum went out of control, because I'm like, dude, not only did I try to leave when I didn't even care to have the baby once I realized how, you know, unfaithful you were and how much of a liar. So that put me in a different headspace, because I'm like, we really didn't even have to be here, but you're continuing to do these things that are spiraling me.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you talk about love, right, to go back to that, you can love so deeply and be so lost that it can actually be damaging.
Well, it would seem that you wanted and needed love also very bad. And then there's
So,
nothing wrong with that, though. There's nothing wrong with
needing love and so when I knew I was loved, and not just from one person. At that point I was very secure with myself. I wanted to love. I love love. I love family. I love being in a committed relationship.
to give what you did not receive. You were ready to.
No, I wasn't. I didn't want to give what I didn't receive. I'd been in a relationship where I was absolutely loved. So I know at that, when I got with him, I knew what it was to be in a respectful, loving, romantic relationship. I knew what that was. And so I wanted to be, in of that. This wasn't a lack of daddy's love or mommy's love. This wasn't that kind of relationship. This was a very mature, like I went in this ready, not knowing that the person that I was with was only checking off the boxes that he knew were there for me.
Mm. Mm.
So you can't fake that after a while, because especially when you live with someone, there's no more acting. This is real life. This is every day. These are, things that you haven't taken care of. This is, every day. Like you can't. So
let me ask you this, though. I don't know if we talked about this online or off the show. If you, I mean, looking back, obviously he did not have the tools nor the ability to love himself, you, anyone, right? That's obvious. And I also think relationships are, any relationship is designed for growth, right? Your relationship that you were in before him doesn't really matter in this new one, and his before didn't really matter in this one, because you're a different individual, and who he needs to be in this new relationship is completely different than he was in the last, and who you needed to be in this relationship is completely different than you were in the last as well. And I think it's important to understand that as well. Because when it gets difficult, right? It's at that point that you got to dig a little deeper into the bag. Hopefully there is a bag, and you can try to find these tools that you need or seek out the help. I'm not saying your specific relationship, but I think in general, you got to be able to dig a little bit, because if not, you're just going to keep repeating these same sorts of things in other relationships. Not you specifically. I'm saying in general, if your mindset is that, I'm just going to call it quits again, unless he's being abusive and beating your ass and, causing you that kind of trauma, then yeah, you probably need to get out of that immediately. And I know we talked about this, but I think that there has to be a place where there's enough love, enough commitment, to find a better place for the relationship, a better purpose for the relationship, especially when you have kids.
Well, I think when you love someone and you have invested your love tools, coins, when things go in a different direction, you do take the time to navigate and, figure it out. But you okay? Okay. So when you love someone, when two people are in that space where they both acknowledge we love each other and it's real, you don't just up and quit. You don't just up and say F this, right? Now, when you have one person that is genuinely trying to figure this out, and the love is real from this one person, and they're trying and they're doing everything in their power, you quickly start depleting because you're working against a mountain. You're trying to move this mountain, and that is a form of love. I love you so much. I love us. I love this. I love our family, and I am really doing everything I know to keep us whole, right? And eventually you break because you're moving this mountain and it's not moving. It's starting to deplete you because you have no more energy.
Yeah, I get it. Listen, you can't have this unless both people are willing to reinvest, right? I just cannot see how any relationship or any couple lasts 40. I mean, Rob and Danette, she said they've been together 41 years. The only reason they stayed together this long is because they like each other, right?
They like it, correct.
They
like each other.
Not
right.
And
but the biggest thing too is so respect, right? And you mentioned respect. Here's the thing, and I tell my high school students this every day. One of them comes to me. There's not one day, whether it's a boy or girl or a couple together, and they have these issues, right? And one of the things that I tell them is, don't worry about the romantic portion of a relationship. Build a respect for each other so that when you decide to lock in, when y'all get into these moments where y'all ain't really liking each other that day, the respect that you have for each other supersedes everything. Because when you have respect, you don't, there's certain things you just won't be able to do, because I respect this person way too much to do this, right?
Absolutely.
And that is how you get to overcome, because you refrain, because I respect you. We're just not happy today. We're not in a good place today. Tomorrow, maybe even in a week, we got to figure this out. But I respect you enough to not tarnish your name, key your car, go on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like all of the things that will embarrass, degrade, demoralize, and take away from both of you as individuals. Now, once you breathe and taper off and you're able to hear each other, it's easier to bounce back. And where do you go from there? It's, who knows? Maybe you do break up, right? Maybe you do break up because, hey, I'm tired of going through this cycle, and I think we should call it quits right here because we're good, right? So, for example, Ryan and I respect each other. So when it was time to like figure out, like, it was like, hey, so we had a moment where it was just like it got interesting. But the biggest thing that we worked on was respect. And when we both felt like that respect was starting, like that RESPECT started fading, that T at the end of respect started fading away. It's like, hold on. And so because I definitely, and he will say this, like I definitely have more strength. I am the stronger one. And I literally sat with him and I said, this respect is starting to fade, and I'm good right here. So let's end this right here. Like right here, right now. Let's just put this.
But let me ask you this though, that I would say that you, to be able to say that, you weren't committed in that relationship. That wasn't a committed relationship.
That wasn't the first time. So that's not fair to say. So
I'm asking, was it a committed relationship? Were you in a
100%. Like we were in talks on buying a house together. Like we were, that it was
right. So then how do you walk away from commitment?
Because that's not, you don't walk away from the first fight. That wasn't the first uneven moment that we had. There were several uneven moments, and you eventually get to a point. So when you walk away from something healthy, when you walk away from something unhealthy, but you are still healthy individually, that is how you know you still love and respect that person, because I would rather have our respect intact and walk away. A lot of times people wait till this shit is like disheveled, messed up, tarnished, to the point where we're never going to speak to each other again. That is complete toxicity. When you are mature enough to say, hey, pause, let's talk about something, because whether you have kids, like Ryan and I we don't have kids together, but we have kids, and he's very involved in my kids' life. So I had to take the high road and say, do I want to crash and burn this whole thing, and my kids now lose this father figure, and he loses access to my kids, and it is like completely done? Or do I want to pause right here where we both are still individually healthy enough to talk to each other? And we talked, and we separated for a little bit, and then we came back to the table as friends. So right now we are very good friends. And you can only do that when you are still in a healthy space and you still respect each other. So walking away from commitment isn't a bad thing. It's walking away knowing that we are healthy and we are healthy enough to talk. That's maturity and growth.
I agree. Is it, and maybe this is too much to ask, but is it possible that it's just not the right person also? I mean, you're a forever person.
Of course it's possible. That's not, Ryan's not my, when you're in love and when you're in love and you're loving and being loved and all those things, of course you're thinking, if you are in a space where you want to get married, of course you're thinking like, there's a possibility this is my person and I'm going to marry this person. We're in this for the long haul. But then when things start happening that don't suit what you want for your long haul, yeah, that's possible. You got to reformulate. And I had to quickly learn that. And I learned that when I was with my kid's father. Like I thought my kid's father was an end all be all. Which is why I stayed and endured for so long. But how long have I been absent from him? 10 years. 10 years later, through my growth, I've learned that, hey, you could be so in love and you might think this is your forever person, and that shit will change and shock you, and just be prepared. And it's okay to walk away. It's okay. It's okay to be married for 20 years. It's okay to be married for 5 years, whatever that number is. And one day you wake up and that is not the person you will be married until death do us part. That is okay. That's okay.
I get what you're saying, that it's okay. But is it, I think more importantly, is the lesson that you might have made a mistake in the beginning? Because
no, people change. People change over time. You change,
right,
and he changes.
But it's likely that the relationship at some point lost its way. Like you guys were not, you
changed. So when you so the relationship is what you and that person.
that, well, how do you not? I mean, I see, Damaris saying, 26 years in, communication will bring you into a healthy relationship. It seems like those that do not stand the test of time, some way along the journey, just lost what they were or what they had. I mean,
no, but you have to think about it like this. You have to think about it like this. So I think I saw someone in here married for 41 years. Okay. 40. So if they've been married for 41 years, we got to say they're at least 60 for that to be somewhat accurate.
Okay.
So who you are at least in your 20s, right, changes because your experience change. Mm-hmm. And so for both parties, your life experiences will change. The things that you see, the things that you experience. And with that changes how you respond to your person. And it's not always a negative, and I don't mean that from a negative space. I just mean your personality development is changing. And so how you responded to things in your 20s might not necessarily be the way you respond to things in your 40s. So now that's 20 years on a marriage clock, right? And that other person might not like that anymore, right? And the person who has that level of change might not even realize that what they're doing or whom they've become is not accepting of their mate. So, and none of this is negative, right? And I don't mean this person changed and now they're a raging bull. It's just the shift, right? Because that person might have shifted, but they haven't shifted in that department. So their shift might be affecting this person possibly. So there's a lot of shifting that's happening from 20s to 40s. And now that's 20 years on a marriage clock. So let's say you go to couples counseling, marriage therapy, and all that stuff, and it doesn't work. I think people sometimes are so afraid to let this go right here because we've been married for 20 years. We've been married for 30 years. We might as well just stick this thing through. And the reality is that you can actually let that go and spend some time. And it's not even about letting it go and find somebody else. Sometimes it's about letting it go and spending time with yourself, right? And letting this thing breathe. We don't have to let this breathe living under the same roof. Sometimes when you let things breathe while you're coexisting with each other, inflates other parts of your personality that now turn you into a monster, right? And so those two same people who decide, let's just take a little break here, might get back together. This has happened many, many times. I've seen it and heard it. We were divorced for X amount of years. We were married for X amount of years. We got divorced and we remarried each other. So I think a lot of people are just afraid to just let that go because they don't want to lose that person. They don't want to be alone. They don't know what it is to live alone. All of the things that might scare them, they stay. my grandparents were married for this, and my parents were, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want to be that anomaly of the family. And God, you left, you gave up, and it's like, it's okay. It is okay to walk away and find who you are and come back to the table.
Yes, I agree. If that's the best way for you to
I will. I promise you this. I will never stay in a relationship the way I stayed in my last. I stayed with him for 10 years. I should have left at 3 months. I'm not kidding. I should have left at month 3, but I stayed 10 years, 2 kids, right? I will never in my existence stay past my discomfort, because that leads to a road of disaster if that other person doesn't deem it important to not only work on themselves, but for us to work on this together. I would never recommend anybody to stay past discomfort, because mental health is more important.
I'm going down with the ship.
Okay.
So
don't worry. I will soon be Dr. Natasha, and I will soon legally be able to be your psychiatrist. So you can go down with the ship, and you just know you have free.
Going down to the ship.
You have free counseling here.
Once I'm in, that's it. Down to the end.
I would love that. I would love to be with someone and ride this out until the sun explodes. I would prefer that, but I also am very cognizant and understanding in personalities, because I literally am in school studying that. And the more I understand personalities and the more I respect myself and the more I understand what it is to attain peace, the more I push peace and mental health always.
I think this is my last thing I'm gonna say. Choose wisely. Know who you are. Know what your needs are, your capabilities, your weaknesses, your strengths. And know that the person that you're seeking or that you have met aligns with that. You have to be able to survive with this person. This is not your homeboy. It's not your homegirl. This is the person that you're going to go to sleep with and wake up to every freaking day of your life. So I think that you just have to, really, the better you know who you are, the better choices you're going to make in general, just period. I think that transcends into so many other aspects of your life. Just know who you are. I think it took me a very long time to get to a point where I actually know who the hell I am and what's important to me, to even consider spending the rest of my life with somebody.
Psychiatry doesn't counsel, Tasha, only in intervention. You're right. Psychiatry prescribes meds. You can still be a therapist when you're like, I can still do psychotherapy work. I just would have the med degree under my belt to then prescribe meds, if anything, any type of mood stabilizers or whatever. Bestie's parents are together 50 years. They got divorced and remarried twice before they came back together. It could happen. I don't ever, but again, you have to heal a portion of yourself that, has whatever. But
I mean, if that's what you've gone through, yes. But I also think the healing process is the process. Like, being in a healthy relationship is also a part of healing. Like, I don't know that the day that you know you need healing, you've already begun the healing process, right? And sometimes I think you need pieces to the puzzle.
I'm sorry, say that one more time. I missed it. That you said the day that you begin,
the day that you recognize you need healing. is the day that you've started healing already.
Right? No. The day that you recognize that you need healing is the day that you have hit your ultimate crash wall.
That's the moment the healing begins, is what I'm saying to you.
It is not the moment that healing begins. It is the moment that you have hit the wall. Now, some people hit the wall and stay crashed.
I get it.
The moment you say,
you know why? Because people are actually looking for like this day to come where you're gonna all of a sudden you're gonna see yourself posting on IG, and that's the day that you've reached your moment. No, that's not accurate. That's not accurate at all. That's not an accurate thought process at all. I think that's even. I mean, listen, if it works for you, then it does. I just don't believe.
It's not about working. It's clinical.
I mean, you know, doctors are wrong all the time.
Okay. I'm not a doctor. I'm just
saying psychiatrists fuck up all the time. Like
they do. They
might lead you on the wrong road. Something, right? There's no proof that it works. There's none of it. You got to know who you are. You got to know what works best for you.
So I can't, like, word sauce to me. Like, word sauce sounds good, but sometimes it'll kind of keep us stuck in a space of like, that sounded good, but the accuracy can be a little misleading. And so everybody's threshold is different. Everybody's healing is different. Some people are healing while they're still crashing, right? There's, like, when you look at addicts, right? You have addicts who will go to their meetings and treatments and they are still using. So that's why I'm like, what you're saying has been proven to not necessarily be true, because healing, some people are actively trying to heal while they are actively burning.
I understand. I get the conflict. I get it. I'm saying it. I'm not saying it's not a process. I'm not saying that at all. I think everyone's different. How they deal with it, you know,
you're not. So somebody says, how are you healing if you're crashing out? That's my point. So you're not healing. So you're going through the process of healing, thinking like, I'm going to go and, I'm going to go seek help. And so that's my point. Like, people, like, that healing word is very.
I agree. I totally agree with you. I mean, what is that? What is it actually? Because it could take you the rest of your life to heal. But it's the things that you do for the rest of your life that are going to add to that healing process. You can't just get healthy and not do anything, right? You have to do things. Again, going to seek therapy, I think, is a healthy thing for people to do.
No, so you ever heard, you're familiar with the term cold turkey?
Yeah.
Okay. Cold turkey is closely associated with people who smoke cigarettes, do drugs, drink, so on and so forth. And cold turkey, they stop cold turkey. What that means is they woke up one day and they stop doing whatever it is that they're addicted to. Cold turkey. Yeah. What would you consider that? Are they healed, ED? Are they healing, ING? Where are they at on your spectrum of healing?
Yeah, I think they've made change, right? I don't believe necessarily when it comes to that, the healing thing, because that means at some point you would be healed, right? I don't know that anyone will be completely healed, right? I think you move on and you start to experience and process things differently, and you might appreciate things differently. Those sorts of things happen. But I don't know, the healing, when it comes to emotions, you gotta kind of live, right? I think that's something that people stop doing, right? They stop living and they go into this corner and, they start, turning the wheels and trying to, figure out things instead of just kind of, like processing, keep going. Like don't stagger too much, right? Take a break, take a breather, and then gather yourself, move forward, and know that you are doing something different, to better yourself. And you do it every day, one day at a time, because that's all you get. What are you going to do? Wait 10 years and then say to yourself you're healed? Or the moment that you make change, you look at yourself completely different. You're like, yo, I got this. And I'm going to learn new things, and I'm going to do things differently. And I'm going to, I'm going to experience this differently moving forward than I did before. I'm going to keep all of that in memory, and I'm going to do it different moving forward. I don't know. I get it. I understand what you're saying. Just think, Anyway, it's time to go. You ready?
I guess we'll answer this question on the next episode.
Let's drop a beat right quick. Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah. Uh-huh. You gotta take the bad and the good. The bad and the good, Tash. Hey. Hey. Get your. Get your. Get your. Get your. Get your dancing shoes on. Get your dancing shoes. Get your dancing shoes on. Get your dancing shoes. Get your dancing shoes on. Get your dancing shoes. Get your dancing shoes on. Get your dancing on. Then dance. Anyway, take that off. Just want me to perform.
Thinking about my past.
Thinking about my past.
Wondering how I made it.
Wondering how I made it. See, this it right here. Stop. Bring your ass back up here. Oh, Lord. You got the big face on, got the big face. You got the big face on, got the big face. You got the big face on, got the big face. You got the big face. Woo! Yeah, y'all. 2 hours. Time to go. Hey. Well, we did it. We made it through. This was not an easy one. But we did it. Don't tell Chad you made cookies. It's all good. I had a Snicker bar the other day. I ain't gonna lie.
This show drained me.
Yeah. The day drained you. Don't blame it on the show. That's unfair.
The day, you know what? The day.
First of all, you cut your hair off. You're bald now.
Chad. This right here is because of you. Where is it?
You're bald now. You're bald now, and
this right here.
Yes, you're bald. I can see it from the front. That's how bad it is, Tash. I see what happened. I get it.
Don't call me on my job no more.
It's fucked up, Tash. It's fucked up. You're bald, and I don't know what you're gonna do. But you made it through the night. Thank you, everybody, for helping to support Tash in her moment of need.
One more time.
You said what?
Nothing. Those who hurt me, hurt me.
You know what? Let me change the energy right quick.
Call me one more time. Call me balls one more time.
Oh man. Again, shout out to everybody for joining us. Definitely not the show we planned, but it is what it is. Tasha, thank you for showing up, showing out.
Thanks.
That thing like that.
You're welcome.
Why are you holding that thing like that?
Because I can't. What am I?
Why are you holding that thing like that, girl? Why are you holding that thing like that? Why are you holding that thing like that?
Like this, and you can be like, Tosh, pick up the microphone. We can't hear you. The motherfucker don't have no stand or nothing like that. You can be like, damn, Tosh, we can't hear you. So I gotta hold the shit close to my mouth.
Put that thing up and put it in your mouth. Tosh, put that thing put it in your mouth. Oh, sorry. Oh, my bad. All right. All right. So look, we won't see you until Sunday. Same bat time, same bat channel, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sunday's topic. Do we have a topic for Sunday?
We will. So make sure you are following us all over the place.
Also, listen. If you want to join us on Wednesdays as a guest host.
I thought Sundays.
No, it's Wednesday.
We said Sunday.
No, we did not.
My nigga, you said Sunday.
No, we did not say Sunday. We said Wednesday because the Wednesday was the unscheduled kind of free day.
Chad, you called me back and you said, how about we hold off on that topic till Sunday so that Sunday will be, because Sunday will be a bigger show.
Yes, for the topic. I'm talking about for people to just guest and come up and say, take their 1 minute. You got the 1 minute, remember? That's not for Sunday show. That's for Wednesday show. You got 1 minute is on a day like today where we don't have a real topic and somebody wants to come up and just drop something on us.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
I just remember. You're right. My bad.
Yeah, it's okay. So yes, if you guys want to come up, speak your piece, talk about anything you want, Wednesdays are the days to do it. Just give us a day's notice in the DM so we can get you set up because it's a little bit of a process. Not overly difficult, but it is a little bit of a process to get you here on cam with us. So I will be looking forward to receiving those DMs. Yeah, send them to me. You'll send those DMs to me. By the way.
Yes, please send those DMs to Chad because I don't really.
Not the sexual ones. Don't send those to me. I'm just done with those. It's just too much. There's just so many. Everyone I just can't take it. Like
bestie to the stage.
Bestie to the main stage. Bestie to the main stage.
Spit on myself. I texted Bestie earlier. I said, Bestie to the stage. He gonna hit me talk about what up.
You know what? Let me just say this. I just realized I got a busy weekend this weekend. I have 3 guests coming to town this weekend.
That's exciting.
My super friends are coming to town, and I'm
three of your super friends.
3 super friends will be in town this weekend, and I will try to navigate them all. And there's a show here and this there, and there's a lot going on. So, when I come on Sunday, I don't know.
I want to play.
I bet. Aruba, what's up? The chat was popping tonight. I thought there was a beef going on somewhere. I saw a beef happening. I was about to see a beat down. Pump's about to get beat down. Yeah, man, that's it. We out of here. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Tosh, you got any house cleaning?
Only house cleaning I have to do is everybody. 500 subscribers is our goal. 500 subscribers. I don't know the number we are at right now, but if you are in here watching and consuming our content and you enjoyed being a fly on the wall, because that is literally our show. You all are literally in our living rooms watching 2 friends have a conversation. And if you enjoyed it, you had fun. If you enjoyed watching the chat, please subscribe. Please like. right now, before you walk out of here, hit that like button if you didn't already. Hit that like button. That's what gets us in the algorithm. That's what gets us more company. And it's always fun when we have friends. So I know y'all like it when we're a small, intimate crowd, but we gotta invite more people. 500.
As the more people come, you guys can act shady to them. We're cool. We get it.
Hey, we're not. No.
Our diehards can do whatever. We got you. You want to be snooty to them? Nope. It's all good. We're okay with it.
We do not promote that. We promote people. We promote an opinionated, smart audience. That's what we enjoy over here. Opinions rule. So you don't have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with Chad. You don't have to agree with none of us. Your opinions is what keeps us going and keeps this energy over here what it is. We're real. We're authentic. We're inappropriate. We're fun. We're informative. We're all the things. So shout out to the chat. Shout out to the silent watchers. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share. 500 by Sunday is the gold. 500 by Sunday.
Is the gold or the goal?
I said goal.
Sound like you said gold.
That too, but 500 by Sunday. So let's get
listen back. I bet you said gold.
Play it back.
We will.
All right, everybody. We're out of here. I'm done with the house cleaning. And for those of you, sidebar, I am still doing my fundraising for the marathon. I know the marathon is complete, but I definitely have a goal to meet. And so that would be great if when I put together this video of the marathon, post-marathon and all that stuff, you guys share that. I have a huge goal to complete. So more on that. Hopefully I could get through it tonight. Okay.
Hey, real quick. What's the favorite beat? Is it the theme song or the darkness song?
I like them both. I think they both have a place. The theme song is our opening and closing, and I think the dark one kind of comes in as we do the show. Like I like that as a music bed. I like them both. Can they both live with us?
We love y'all. Peace and hair grease. Love and lights.
Good. No. Hold on.
Oh shit.
And all of your good, and all of your bad, and all of your good, and all of your bad.
That's my person for tonight.
And all
That's my person for tonight.
God, he's scary.
You very happy or sad?
Not the same when I don't. It only makes sense when we both do it. You do know that.
I don't know what you're doing. If we 3 weeks in, you still ain't figure it out.
Maybe Sunday.
Thinking about my past, wondering how I made it. Bad, good, bad, good, bad, and all of your good, and all of your bad, and all of your good, and all of your bad, and all of your good, and all of your bad, and all of your good, and all of your good. Who's the one who cares?